What's up, guys? I said I was going to do a prediction video. This is it for the NFL, obviously, in case you didn't guess. Basically, every week of the regular season, I'm going to do a video before all the games saying who I think is going to win, players of the week, stuff like that. I list the games down here, list the winners. Basically, I'm going to try and predict a winner for each game, and try and predict like a player of the game for that game who's going to have the most impact and help that team win. So the NFL season 2009 starts on Thursday night, Friday morning for us. The opening game at Heinz Field, defending world champions, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, against the visiting Tennessee Titans. Tennessee obviously beat us last year in the regular season, actually whooped us last year. Very disrespectful to that thing I was just holding up there, which is a very big symbol of the Steelers franchise. So if you want to know about it, ask me. Tennessee this year don't look as great as they did last year. They haven't got the same sort of passing game as they had last year. They've still got Chris Johnson at running back, who's phenomenal, heading into his first year, or his second year, sorry. Defense, they've lost Albert Hainsworth on the defensive side of the ball, which is a big loss for them. Don't have really any run penetrating defensive linemen anymore. Pittsburgh, looking good as always, trying not to be biased here. Defense is still there. We've lost one player on defense, and it's not a big loss. Can easily fill the gap. Offensive side of the ball, Willie Parker's back, probably to his best, I would say. He's looking quicker than ever. Mendenhall is back for the season after being out for 12 weeks last year with a broken collarbone. Thank you, Ray Lewis. Those two will share the carries this year, so it won't be Willie Parker taking all the runs. It will be Mendenhall and Parker sharing them to try and keep each other fit and healthy so they can perform at their best every single week. Offensive line, we won the Super Bowl last year with the worst offensive line in the year in the league, so it must have improved somehow. It must have improved, even though we've lost Darnell Stapleton. But Troy Essex, I think, will step up to the role and fill in guard quite well. I only see one winner in this, and that's Pittsburgh, and that's my complete unbiased opinion on that. I really can't see Tennessee, with the way that they've been passing the ball in preseason. I can't see a way that they're going to win this game. Player of the game, or the impact player, is going to have to be Ben Roethlisberger, a quarterback for the Steelers. If the Pittsburgh Steelers can get the running game going, Ben Roethlisberger will have a huge day. Anytime the Pittsburgh get the running game going, it sets up the play action beautifully, which Big Ben Roethlisberger is brilliant at. So, impact player Ben Roethlisberger, winner of the week of the opening game of the season, Pittsburgh Steelers. Prediction number 1 done. That's basically how each one's going to go. This video may go over 20 minutes, over 10 minutes, so I might have to do it in 2 videos, but we'll see. Miami visit Atlanta on the first game on Sunday. Miami, obviously, with their Wildcat offense, teams are going to start to work out how to defend against that now, and most team has a Wildcat package themselves. So Chad Pennington, I think, will be reasonably good this year. This game he'll be okay. Atlanta don't have the best secondary in the league. They do, however, have a good run defense, so Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams might struggle in the backfield. Atlanta, Matt Ryan at quarterback. Can't say enough about Matt Ryan, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think even in his second year, he's already one of the best quarterbacks. Michael Turner at running back, probably the second best running back in the league behind Adrian Peterson. Atlanta's secondary, like I said, isn't great. That is where, if they will lose the game, that would be where they lose it. But I don't see Atlanta losing this game. I don't see a blowout for Atlanta, but I can't see Miami scoring a lot on Atlanta's defense. So Atlanta is my is my pick for this one, and Michael Turner running back is my impact player of the game. Next game, Philadelphia versus Carolina. Philadelphia, my NFC pick for the Super Bowl, so Carolina probably the toughest challenge that Philadelphia Eagles are going to have on their schedule. Carolina probably the second team to will be the second seed in the NFC this year, I reckon. So this is a very intriguing matchup. I do like this one. I'm going to have to see if I can watch this one, if it's on TV or not. Philadelphia, obviously, Mike Vick, he won't be playing this game, but they will still look to use that wildcat offense. Donovan McNabb is fit, healthy. He's always good when he's fit and healthy. Brian Westbrook's always good when he's fit and healthy. The biggest loss of Philadelphia Eagles is Brian Dawkins on defense. I think that'll be a tough role to fill. They don't have that emotional leader that they used to have anymore. But Carolina, double running back tandem, I think it's good. But Jake Delhomme is not the best quarterback in the world, even though he has an impressive winning percentage. Philly are my pick for this, and Brian Westbrook's my impact player of the game. Denver visit Cincinnati. Cincinnati probably the worst team in the AFC last year, behind the or maybe on par with the Cleveland Browns. Cincinnati are looking good this year. They got Chad Ochocinco, who's actually focused on his focused on his off-season training this year. So he's obviously looking forward to the season ahead. They've got Carson Palmer back at quarterback as well, so you know they're going to be passing the ball. Denver, Kyle Orton at quarterback. Why did they get rid of Jay Cutler? Why? Denver, who did they have at running back? Denver, who did they have a receiver apart from Eddie Royal? Brandon Marshall's been suspended. Cincinnati is going to win this game, and by a big margin. I think we could see a 30-point game from Cincinnati in this one, which will shock the AFC North and will make Steelers look like, ooh, hello, we got another challenger this year. So Cincinnati is my pick for this game, and Carson Palmer is my impact player of the game. Minnesota versus Cleveland. Minnesota's going to win this. Adrian Peterson is going to run all over Cleveland. Cleveland haven't even named their starting quarterback yet, and we're at Wednesday. The first game's on Sunday. What is Cleveland playing at? What are they playing at? They ain't got a defense. They ain't got anything on offense. Braylon Edwards is past it now. He had a good season a couple of years ago, but he's got nothing now. Adrian Peterson is the best running back in the league. Is the best player in the league. Brett Favre at quarterback. I hate that he's back, but I think he's going to be really good this year. And they've got some pretty good receivers. Minnesota are going to look good for the NFC this year. So, like I said at the beginning of this little bit, Minnesota's going to win this game hands down. New York Jets versus Houston Texans. Now this is an interesting matchup because the Jets, I said in my predictions that Mark Sanchez wasn't going to be good, but in the preseason he just looked phenomenal. Against Philly he looked amazing on that drive. 6 for 6, over 100 yards I think. It might be 80 odd yards or something like that. Houston on the other hand have looked also very good with Steve Slayton still there in the backfield, and Andre Johnson, receiver, who's probably one of the best receivers in the league at the minute. Both have very questionable defenses. Houston, I think, has the better defensive line, so might put Mark Sanchez under a bit of pressure in his first regular season game in the NFL as a rookie. I think that's going to help them win. I think Mario Williams, defensive end for Houston's my impact player of the game for this. He's going to cause Mark Sanchez a lot of trouble, and Houston, I think, will win this one. Not by a lot, but I think it'll go fourth quarter win, I think, from Houston. I'm going to stop this video now as part 1. Got another half of the schedule to go, which we'll get in the next 10 minutes. So enjoy this video, and I'll put the link in the sidebar for the next one. Cheers.